The Frankly Speaking Roof Cam, brought to you by Boss Security of Horseheads. Contact them today for all your business and home security needs. Welcome back to Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV Big Fox. I'm your host, Frank Acomb. We are broadcasting from the Hesselson studio. And in that studio this morning, we have Hallie Livingston, multimedia journalist for Big Fox News at 10 and now at 5. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Frank. I really appreciate it.
How long have you been with our news? It's been quite a while now, hasn't it?
7 months. Around 7 months. I moved here in March, so yeah.
How do you like the area?
It's definitely very different from where I'm from. I'm from like a very rural part of Pennsylvania, so the rural part's there, but there are major differences. I grew up on a farm, so.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, there are farms here, right?
Yeah.
But you're in the Elmira area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your background. Since you mentioned you're from rural Pennsylvania, what got you kind of into this lifestyle of a multimedia journalist?
So I guess when I was a kid, my nickname was Haley Storm.
Okay.
And ever since I was like 9 years old, I wanted to be a meteorologist.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought the name.
I thought you were going to say WWE. It sounds like a WWE name.
No, I'm not strong enough for that. But I wanted to be a meteorologist, and so I remember one Christmas my dad bought me everything a meteorologist would want.
Okay.
They had the outside little
How many things is that? Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously I went to college to study journalism, study media just in general. And I just kind of liked the nonfiction aspect. I always liked, watching movies, but I really liked covering real life things. I did a lot of documentaries in college, so when it came to finding a job, I just wanted to start somewhere.
Sure.
Did some research, did some looking around, and I found this available. Yeah. So I kind of just took the opportunity, and I was like, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to work my way up.
What caused you to kind of shift from meteorologist to the hard-hitting news?
I realized how hard it was to be a meteorologist. Yeah. And
it's a thankless job.
Yes.
Everybody blames you for the weather.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like, you get it wrong, people hate you. You get it right, people hate you. Yeah. And it's also just very different. I'm not the best at math.
Okay.
And that requires a lot of math.
I'm sure.
And so I was like, I don't know if this is the right path for me, but we can go in a similar route,
And have you enjoyed doing the news so far? Because I'm sure you got a lot of practice in college in various ways. That's what colleges are for. But what's it like going from the college shift to actually on the ground doing news?
Well, so in college, I did a lot of different things. So I started with my own radio show, just like you.
Okay,
following
great.
your footsteps. Frank.
Yeah, you didn't know it at the time.
I didn't know it, but anyways, I started in. I started on the air at a college radio station. I did a music history show. I talked about the history of 90s and 80s bands and stuff like that. And I accidentally got fined by the FCC.
Sure. That's bound to happen.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take a little break from doing that. And so then I transferred schools and I started working on our TV station. Okay. It was called LaSalle TV. We covered neighborhood businesses. It's called Just Next Door. And I was also on the Sports Line show as well, where we talked, all things sports. And I really liked that. I really liked connecting with people in Philadelphia. There's so much diversity in Philadelphia. Felt like I was somewhere new, just even a block away. So I kind of liked that. And the more that I did it, the more that I enjoyed it. And I guess I just really like hearing myself talk.
There you go. We all do. That's why we got into the business. So when you're here at Big Fox, and as you see on the bottom of the screen, you're on at 10, and then we have that 5 a.m. broadcast. What does your typical day look like here?
So obviously, morning meeting with Dante.
Sure, of course. We had Dante not that long ago on the program.
Yeah. And so me and Dante in the morning, we were brainstorming, kind of communicating who wants to do what, because, there's a lot going on in the area. So we try to split up the work as evenly as possible. And then we get ourselves on the road. We try to do as much social media content as we can, posting ourselves whenever we can. I know a lot of our people up there want us to promote ourselves. So, and then kind of throughout the day, I'm checking like other sources as well. I'm always trying to like find new stories for either later in the week or even if something pops up late in the day. And then obviously editing. I'm a pretty good editor, so get my editing done within like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Do my article, go home.
Yeah, beautiful. That's a good day.
Yeah.
Where do you keep the passion to find stories? Because I know there are times it's a real slog trying to find anything.
Yeah. I just look for places that I would want to see on the news. Okay. And so I always try to find community-related stories that are interesting but also have a hard news aspect to it, or an educational piece that I think would be important for people to know. Like, for example, like I know I did a lot of the NASCAR stuff back in the summertime, and that was so fun. But I also, when I was talking to these, racers, I would always try to find a hard news aspect, going back to, the playoffs, going back to something like that, something that people would be interested in, to keep them coming back to our website and stuff like that.
Of course. So you said you've been here about 7 months. What has been your favorite story so far?
Wow. So I think we talked about this. Yeah. I got the chance to interview Eileen Collins.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I know that you've talked to her before, but that was my first time meeting her. I got to interview her. She gave me a signed copy of her book.
That's nice.
She was a lovely person, and I just had a lot of fun interviewing her, and I've always looked up to her. So that was probably top tier.
And a hometown hero for us, but you knew her before you moved to the area.
I had no idea she was from here.
Yeah.
I read her book. How silly is that? I read her book.
Well, you didn't know where Elmira was at the time.
When I moved here, I didn't put the two together.
Right.
And I saw an astronaut on the sign coming into Elmira. I'm like, I wonder who that is.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
That is funny. What have you found to be the most challenging part of your job?
There are some days where you come into work and you see things, horrible like things that people do in the community, and that's like a very small crack of society that you see every day, which is like tough because it's like how could this be something that's in the news? How can and I guess I'm like getting used to that. It's important to do. It's important to cover, but it's
difficult.
Definitely is challenging to kind of watch that stuff day in and day in.
Oh, yeah. What has surprised you the most about the job?
How much work.
Yeah.
In college, I felt like it was such a breeze. But when I came here, I remember my first time alone without script approval, and I was leaving at 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I feel like I'm trailing behind?
Yeah, sure.
But eventually I got the hang of it, obviously.
Yeah, there's always a learning curve for something like that.
Yeah.
So when you're not here at Big Fox News headquarters, what do you do in your free time?
I love being outside. I know that's so stereotypical to
Yeah,
say. I just love going on long
cliche.
walks. But I do. I love the outdoors. I love building stuff, furniture, stuff like that.
Okay.
I love painting furniture and stuff like that, making things. I also have 2 cats who I love very much. Hang out with them as much as
Hopefully they're watching right now. What do you, when you're on your free time or you're on the weekend, do you find yourself still looking for news or still looking for stories?
For the first couple of months when I was here, yes, I was. But now when I get home, I just don't even want to be on my phone. I just want to I just want to be in the moment. And then I catch myself sometimes looking at other news channels. I'm on ABC or Fox, and I'm looking. I'm like, you know what? I need to take a step back. Yep. I need to leave that for another time.
Breather. I couldn't agree more. All right, this is the final question. It's a tough question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. Wow.
Forever. There's going to be a blink of the eye. Well, don't worry. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a difficult question. I see myself just trying to be a better version of the journalist I am right now, but also teaching others how to deal with the day-to-day of being a journalist. And I hope that I'm in some sports, whether it's NASCAR, basketball, college, professional. I just want to be somewhere where people are talking about sports.
Dante said the same thing.
Yeah.
Did you watch his interview before this?
One day we're gonna make a sport. We're gonna be a sports podcast one day. We're gonna be very famous, Frank, and we're gonna invite you on our show.
Please, I'm busy that day. No, I'm just kidding. I wish you the best. I hope it goes great. Yeah. Haley, thanks so much for being on the show. Best of luck with everything in the news. 7 months in, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Frank.
All right, we'll be right back with Frankly Speaking. Stay with us.